Hello again. Okay, now we're going to make this all-in-one maxi candle tea light box. Again, I'm just using up all my scraps. So it's Wild Jasmine Maxi 9-hour burn tea light, and I got them from Asda last year. They'll probably still have them, but if not, I'm sure they'll be getting them back in again towards Christmas. Okay, right, again, as I said, I'm just using up scraps, so you don't need a lot. The base piece of double-sided card paper, sorry, but it's very heavy paper. It's again from that white Christmas pad from the works. This measures 18.9 by 10.7, and these point numbers are really important because I literally make everything to fit exactly. So if this was a sort of a rounder number, I'd be able to do rounder numbers for you, but as it is. So 18.9 times 10.7, and these are my notes. Okay, I do all my notes on here. Okay, so the measurements going up over are at 2.5 and 8.2. I'll do that again, 2.5 and 8.2. I'll leave that there so you can read it if you need it. And then turn it round. And these measurements are 2.5, 8.2, 10.7 and 16.4. I'll do that again. 2.5, 8.2, 10.7 and 16.4. You'll also need a little strip which measures 19 by 2, which is going to wrap around your candle base. And you're going to need a little piece of acetate measuring 5.6 square. Okay, and then just so we don't need to use dies, we need a little tiny template cut which measures 4.6 centimeters square. Okay, and we're going to use that to cut the window. They cut the aperture for the window. Okay, right, so as you can see, I've scored in all my lines, so I'm just going to go ahead and burnish those now. I'll put all of these up there so you can read them if you need them. I'll leave the one on my acetate though, because I'll lose it. So burnish down your score lines. I really am impressed with this paper. It's really thick. It's probably about 180, maybe 200 GSM. And for £3 for 24 double-sided sheets, it's great value. I say it's heavier even than the normal paper. Okay, so we're going to do an all-in-one box. So what we need to do is, I'll open the box and show you it's easier. We're going to remove the top two corners, okay, completely, but we're just going to cut them out as a square, okay, because we're going to round them off. So cut down there and cut down there. Cut, when you cut off the score line wherever you can, because you don't want that visible on the other side of your box. There we go. So I cut just inside of the score line, because normally we're cutting wedges in. We're not at the moment, but normally we will be cutting wedges in, so that's where we would get rid of the score line from. Okay, now corner rounder. So easiest way to round the top end is to fold the side in, round that one, fold that side in, round that one. Now I'm going to free up the two sides on the lid, cutting inside the score line. Then we're going to fold the one we've done in so we can reach that one, and then that one. Then we are going to fold that down there, fold everything in so we can reach these two. So that's the whole of our lid's corners all nicely rounded off like this one. Okay, now we need to form the glue and tabs. So again, cut inside of your score line, because when we wedge we will take that away altogether. Okay, do that on the 4 remaining glue and tabs. This is another really quick project. You can, you know, just possibly score all of these and cut them out like this ready at one evening while you're watching TV, and then stick them all together the next morning and put your candles in. There'd be lovely little things to go on your craft stall for your autumn craft fairs. This is the second video I've done with this one. I had to stop the first one because his washing machine was going upstairs and you would be able to hear it. It was just so loud, it always is. Okay, so next, with the little template you made, we are going to put glue on the back. You can say scrap card. Nothing goes to waste. Way more glue than I needed, but I've just decanted it into the bottle from the Anita's Tacky Glue bottle because I can squeeze this little bottle easier, and it's just a bit overflowing at the moment. So you obviously want your window in the lid of your box as opposed to the base. So that's the part with all of the rounded tabs on. So get it as central as you can. And then with your craft knife, and using the card as a template, just push your blade up against the side of the card and cut around your little template. Right, now with, I use my 3mm tape. You can use, you know, whatever your chosen preference is. I just prefer to keep glue away from acetate because I always end up with the glue all over the acetate and then it just makes such a mess when I try and get it off. So I avoid it if I can. So 3mm tape on the inside of here, as close to the edges of your aperture as you can. Then burnish down the tape so it's really bonded to your paper. Then I use the back of a craft tool, a craft knife, to remove the carrier paper. As I say, the back of as opposed to the blade, because even though it's not good for cutting paper, it will probably still cut me. Right, and the reason I leave the sticky on the acetate is so I can find it when I need it. So there's the acetate measurements. Oh, the sun's gone in. I've sized this to perfectly fit inside of this lid. So be careful as you do it because you don't want it sitting on any of the score lines because your box won't fold up properly. And then burnish down your window. There you go. Right, almost there. Put a little bit of glue all over my nozzle. A little bit of glue on your glue and tabs. Better. Still coming out quite fast. I'll just smooth that off just so I don't get glue on the acetate. Okay, so fold in your corners. It's better to let your glue set for a few seconds, because that's when it becomes tacky, and that is where the name comes from. But with only 4 corners to do, and then the box is just about done. Right, try and get your corners as nice as you can. And another quick tip, because this lid is going to fold inside of the box, put the lid in before you do the last two corners, and then you'll get a good fit. So just tuck them inside and gently press down. Should have done my little thumb hole first, but never mind. And then open your box and press them down. Then with a circular punch, you need to go, oh, if I do it that way you might be able to see, you just need a little finger hole. Just pop out a little tiny thing. Right, now with your strip of paper to go around your tea light, because it's so thin, you can just do this with your bone folder. But if it was wider, I would run it down the edge of my work table. Okay, so all we need to do now is a little bit of glue on here, and then we're done. Right, don't put this on so tight that they won't be able to get it off, because some people would worry about lighting this with paper wrapped around it. That's probably not a good idea. So tight enough, but give them some access so they can get it off if they want to. Then drop it in. Now I've made it so tight that you're going to have to wiggle the candle around inside the box to get the lid to close again. There we go. And there's your other little maxi light box. They're sweet, aren't they? Okay, cookie. Bye.